Good morning, students. With subject of network technology, we will discuss about transmission media in this today's lecture. First of all, what is transmission? Transmission means carry on signals, data from one place to another place, one node to another node. Now we talk about transmission media. Media, that means a medium on which we can travel, we can pass our data. The form of data may be anything. It may be light, it may be signals, whatever. But what are the transmission media? Using that medium we can pass our data. That is our today's topic. In this topic we discuss many of the transmission media that all are uses to connect two or more node or a computer. So the transmission media is communication channel. What is transmission media? Is a communication channel that carries the information from sender to receiver. As I said, a communication path. Using this path or this channel, we can traverse our data. Data is transmitted through the electromagnetic signals. In computer, we always uses binary values. These are ones and zero in a form of electromagnetic waves signals, right? The main functionality of the transmission media is to carry information using a different type of networks. So a physical path between transmission between transmitter and the receiver, that is established, and after that we can pass our data. Copper based network or fire based network we can use. Using copper based network we can pass electric signals, and using fiber based network we can pass light pulses, light. And all this communication, all this establishment is done at the physical layer. Electric signals can be sent through the copper wire, fiber optics, atmosphere, water, as well as vacuum. We can travel our data using these kind of mediums. The question may be arise in a single line. What are the different medium? What are the different surface on which we can traverse, on which we can pass our data? So we can answer like this: copper wire, fiber optics, atmosphere, weather, water, as well as vacuum. Different transmission media have different properties such as bandwidth, delay time, cost, installation, kind of installation, as well as maintenance. So these are the basic overview of transmission media. Now we will move further. Some features, these are the more relevant to the transmission media. These are bandwidth, transmission impairment, and interface. Bandwidth, using this feature or with the help of this feature we can measure which kind what is the actual bandwidth using at this particular portion we can traverse our data. That is the bandwidth. The greater bandwidth of a medium, higher data can be transmitted. Better bandwidth, we can move higher data. Transmission impairment, that means during the traversal of a data loss may be occur. So such medium like copper cable, that may be damaged or that may be affected by electromagnetic waves or gravity. So somehow, somewhere, data loss between the network may be possible. So that is a transmission impairment. And interface, we are passing our data using some medium and infrared, so some obstacle between the light passing, so we cannot move our data from one source to another source. That is the interface. Classification of transmission media. Now we have actual chart of transmission media. So basically transmission media can be divided into section, two part: guided media as well as unguided media. Guided media, it has multiple options: coaxial, fiber optics as well as twisted. And unguided media have multiple options. This means radio waves, microwave, infrared, lasers, etc. Coaxial, baseband as well as broadband, and twisted again categorized in two section: unshielded as well as shielded. So for the remembering purpose, we can remember like this: transmission media, guided, unguided. Guided media, coaxial, fiber optic and twisted. Coaxial, baseband and broadband. Twisted, unshielded as well as shielded. While unguided media that have three parts, four parts, four or more: radio waves, microwaves, infrared, lasers, etc. We will discuss one by one. First of all, we discuss what actually guided media and unguided media. In guided media, a solid medium exists. Solid medium, like a plastic cover, that may be used to wrap your actual core portion of a wire. That is solid medium. In guided media may be used to connect point-to-point link or shared link with various connections like electric switchboards. Point-to-point connection. Emissions in the existing cable, that means we can surely pass our data from one node to another if the connectivity is established perfectly, and it will also reduce the interference issues. Interference issue, that means some disturbance occur while you are transmitting your data from source to destination. That is very less in guided media. How? Because it has a shielded medium, solid medium. Okay, that these are the guided media. What is unguided media? That is actually works with wireless medium. So we can say that laser communication, that is unguided media. Using light we can travel our data. It may be passed in all directions. That is not restricted like a copper cable. Copper cable may be passed from a single link, while in unguided media it may be work with all directions, and it can be passed for a long distance. There are some also problem like unguided media, overlapping of frequencies from source to destination. That is a drawback of unguided media. There are some differences that can be very easy to remember our guided as well as unguided media. In guided media, propagate means spread through wires. Guided media can pass our data using wire, while unguided media propagate through air. Guided media uses to point communication, like unguided media uses radio broadcasting that may be passed with multiple directions. Discrete network topologies are used in guided media, and unguided media continuous network topology may be used. What is discrete network topology? That means we can cut down on the network, and after that network we can also use with a wire. We can travel our data from one room to another room, one building to another building. While unguided media, if there is circumstances, data, your laser light or microwave cannot be passed from a wall, then we cannot move our data. So it requires continuous network topologies. Guided media signals are in a form of voltage, while in unguided media signals are formed in the electromagnetic waves. Guided media have some examples like twisted pair, coaxial cable, optical fiber, while in unguided media, microwave or radio links. Guided media transmission capacity can be increased. See, I want to share one example. In electric cable, if you want to extend your power supply from one room to another room, that is possible. Okay, got it? That is guided media. We have a copper cable. In unguided media, if you want to use your remote control, TV remote control or AC remote control from one room to another room, then that is not possible. Like, okay, so it is not possible in unguided media. Now we will categorize and we will summarize all these devices in some literature. First one, that is coaxial cable. Coaxial cable is very commonly used in transmission media. We frequently uses this coaxial cable. It has two conductors parallel to each other. It has two wire cable, and using this cable we can pass our data. It has a higher frequency as compared to twisted pair. We will discuss twisted pair in next lecture, next topic. So coaxial is more reliable. Coaxial cable is made up of copper and other conductor is made up of copper mesh. Outer shield, that is here, that is a central conductor and that is a copper wire. Okay, the middle core is made of non-conductive cover that separates the inner conductor from the outer conductor. Insulator, central conductor, outer conductor, shield as well as jacket. If you try to remember or if you try to compare this image with your cable, TV cable, actual TV cable, then you can see easily there is a centrally there is your conductor, outer layer, that is a white cover of layer, plastic cover, insulator. After that we have a metal shielded layer, and outer that there is one layer and plastic cover coated layer, that is a jacket. That is a coaxial cable. There are two types of coaxial cable, thin net as well as thick net. In thin net, a light and flexible cabling medium that is inexpensive and easy to install, while thick net does not bend as readily as thick net. Okay, we cannot bend this thick net cable. Advantages: coaxial cable is very high speed. It provides high speed data transmission, better shielded covers, and higher bandwidth. While as we discussed, disadvantage of coaxial cable, that is expensive, and if any fault will be occur, we cannot easily find the failure. Okay, so we have to check the whole cable. That is a coaxial cable. Now we will discuss about twisted pair. From the diagram we can easily check a regular wire pattern, wire, that is twisted pair. Twisted pair is physical medium made by pair of cables twisted with each other, that is a twist. See here, as my cursor move, that is one twist for the blue color, and here is one twist of pink color, twisted pair. Okay, that is very cheap and installation is easy. Frequency of twisted pair is from 0 to 3.5 kilohertz. Frequency always measured in hertz. Okay, there are two insulated copper wire used in a twisted pair cable. These are arranged in spiral pattern. Okay, the degree of reduction noise interface is determined by number of turns per foot. See here, that is one twist. From here to here, that is one twist. So as more twist within a fit, within a small length, it is used to decrease the remaining noise. Okay, so that is used in twisted pair cable. Another one, again we can categorize the twisted pair in two sections, unshielded as well as shielded twisted pair. There are some categories of twisted pair cable, category 1 to 5. We can also abbreviate Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3, Cat 4 and Cat 5. It has a difference into speed. Cat 1, that is the lowest speed transmission of a data. Cat 5, that is the maximum speed of transmission data. Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 2 supports 4 Mbps transmission rate, Cat 3 supports 16 Mbps transmission rate, Cat 4 supports 20 Mbps of transmission rate, and Cat 5 supports maximum 200 megabits per second of transmission rate. That is also cheap, and installation of twisted pair is very easy. There is some disadvantage, that is we can traverse our data within less distance, small amount of distance. That is a disadvantage. In shielded twisted pair, there is a shield coated around the cable. So shielded twisted pair is a cable that contains a mesh layer surrounding the wire that allows the higher transmission rate. It has a higher transmission rate. Cost of shielded pair cable is not very high, that is also cheap. Shielded twisted pair installation is quite easy. Capacity of transmission data compared to unshielded twisted pair is high, so we can use shielded twisted pair. Higher attenuous, that means we can remove the unwanted noise and data transmission can be successfully possible. There is some disadvantages compared to UTP, unshielded twisted pair, that is quite expensive. Okay, now there is most important topic and medium that is recently we are using, and that is fiber optic. It uses electric signals to transmit your data. Okay, there are also two basic pattern. One is straight light and another one is angular light passing. It redirect 90-degree of angle. It will create 90-degree of angle to transmit your data from a channel, and that is uses with a fiber optic. Electric holds the optical fiber coated in a plastic. Fiber optic cable, what it cover? A coated plastic. Plastic coating protects the optical fiber from the heat, cold, electromagnetic interference from the type of wiring. It has a faster data transmission. There are some characteristics of fiber optic, that means it provides the greater bandwidth. More data we can transmit in a single phase, single task. It has a faster speed for traveling your data. It can be used for longer distance. Longer distance that is used for kilometers. 20 to 50 kilometers we can easily use the fiber optic. Better reliability. Fiber optic has no problem with temperature. Heat, cold, it will not affect on fiber optic cable, so that is reliable. Thinner as well as stronger. Fiber optic cable is more thinner than a coaxial cable. Here is the structure of fiber optic cable. See, like this we have a fiber optic cable. Here fiber core, actual your transmission using this medium. Outer that is a cladding, and after that there is a jacket. There are three elements: core, cladding as well as jacket. Here core, cladding and jacket. The end view is like this. Core, the optical fiber consists of narrow standard of glass or plastic known as a core. This. A core is light transmission area. From this light you will be transmit. The more the area of core, the more light will be transmit into fiber. Cladding. The concentric layer of glass is known as cladding. The main functionality of cladding is to provide the lower refractive index at the core interface as to cause the reflection within the core so that the light waves are transmitted through the fiber. It says that whenever you are passing your light from this surface, the outer light, sunlight, some maybe electromagnetic waves may affect with this particular layer. So to remove the interference of outer light, we can use cladding and jacket to protect our cable. We are using to protect our cable. Now we move forward. These are the guided media. Now we move forward the unguided transmission. What is the use of unguided transmission? That uses for wireless transmission. Now in recent area, wireless transmission is most usable medium. We want all the transmission, data transmission without wire. Laptop, cell phones, internet connectivity, we are using wireless devices. So that is most important medium, unguided transmission medium. That is also known as wireless transmission. Okay. In unguided media, air is the media through which the electromagnetic energy can flow easily. Electromagnetic waves can flow from one source to another source. Another media, unguided media or wireless communication consists of means aerospace for the data signals to travel where there is nothing to guide them along a specific path. In air, there is no specific path on which we have to transmit our data. Right? Same like a fiber optic. There is a particular wire and particular path. Unlike this cable, in unguided media, there is no fixed path. Okay, unbounded media is electromagnetic waves using form of radio, microwave, infrared, laser, etc. Wireless communication is used where cables are difficult to use or uninstall. If we are transmitting, if you are communicate between very far area, a remote area on which we cannot establish or install our cables, then we have to use wireless medium. Space where cabling would be impossible or inconvenient. People who move around a lot within their work environment, like cell phones. As and when we are using our cell phones, we move from one place to another place, place A to B and B to C, C to D. Then cable is not possible to hand over from every places. Then a wireless media is required. When we are using temporary installation, then also wireless communication is useful. Okay, in wireless communication, that is our earth, we can use ground propagation, that means spread, ground propagation, sky propagation, as well as line of sight propagation. If you want to pass our data that is below 2 megahertz, then we can use ground propagation. 2 to 30 we can use sky propagation like this. Our cellular phone uses BSNL, Vodafone, cellular operators are uses sky propagation 2 to 30 megahertz. Line of sight propagation, that means satellite communication about 30 megahertz. FM radio channels, bisect communication, these all are uses line of sight propagations. There are some types of unguided media: radio waves, microwave, infrared, lasers, etc. First one, and that is radio waves. It uses electromagnetic waves to transmit the data. It will transmit its data in all the directions of free space. Now there is another concept, and that is omnidirectional. Radio signals are using omnidirectional, that is the signals are propagated in all directions surrounding area. We can pass our data in any direction using radio signals. Naturally occurring radio waves are made by lighting or astronomical objects like astronomy. In case of radio waves, sending and receiving antenna are not aligned. That means it must not be in a proper direction, same direction. There is no need to like this. Okay, one is passing data and one is receiving the data. An example of radio wave is FM radios. Radio waves are frequencies from 300 gigahertz to 3 kilohertz, lowest 3 kilohertz, and corresponding wavelengths ranging from 1 millimeter. Range, what is the range of transmitting its data? From 1 millimeter to 100 kilometers. Okay, travel at the speed of light. What is the traveling speed of light? Same like radio waves can be travel. Obvious, it uses air surface and light to transmit the data. So radio waves are very speed in transmission. Artificially generated radio waves are used for fixed and mobile radio communication, broadcasting, radar communication, navigation systems, communication satellites, computer networks, all the applications, all the areas where we can use radio waves. Satellite phone, they are used. They were used in military. They are they are using radio waves to pass their data from source to destination. In our figure, there is A and B, Earth surface, as well as here this is a ground wave. Like we can pass our data from here to here, and here we can also pass our data to remote location like this. That is a communication between using radio waves. Another one, and that is microwaves. Radio and now is microwave. What is the actually difference between these radio waves and microwaves? Microwave can be transmit in a proper direction. Okay, types of microwave, that is terrestrial microwave and satellite microwave. Microwave travel in straight line. Remember, in radio that is omnidirection, and microwave that is unidirectional. It cannot be spread over the surface. It can be passed in a single line, straight line. And so transmitter and receiver stations should be accurately aligned. Otherwise we cannot catch the signals. If you have particularly analyzed whenever your set-top box installed at your home, then a person have a meter. It has a signal receiving meter, and he or she will test the signal bandwidth. If the signal bandwidth properly grab in their meter, after that he will properly install your cable satellite to your set-top box. That is microwave. Propagate is a line of sight propagation, so tower hosting the station should be placed so that curvature of the earth or any other obstacle does not interface within the communication. Curvature, that means a surface of earth that may not be disturbed for transmitting your data. Since microwaves are unidirectional, it allows multiple receivers in a row. Okay, there are some sender. There is one sender. Using this sender, we can in between we can use multiple receivers in a row. But microwave do not pass through the buildings. Okay, microwave are often refract by atmosphere layers. Sometimes there is some disturbance in communication due to weather, and the refracted rays take longer time to reach the destination than the direct rays. This causes out of phase transmission, and that is called multipath fading. Microwave uses two types of antennas. Here we have two types of antennas, that is dish antenna, and that is another one, that is horn antennas. Okay, in dish and parabolic, it is dish antenna also called as parabolic antenna. It is used by receiving station. It is parabolic in shape, which concentrate all energies to a small beam. See here, there is some focus. It grabs the signals from all the surfaces and pass to a single beam. Like in horn antenna, it has a stem with a curved head. This. In sending station, outgoing waves from the stem are broadcast by curved head as a series of parallel beams. So we can also say that parabolic antenna uses to receive the signals, and horn antenna that may be used to pass your data. This is the type of microwave. Now, in microwave communication, there are two types of microwave communication: terrestrial microwave as well as satellite microwave. Terrestrial microwave, on the terrace we have to mount two different towers. Using these towers, we have to align the sender as well as receiver communication devices, and using these devices we can pass our data from source to destination. Transmission are focused on a beam, and the range of transmission that may be 1 gigahertz to 1000 gigahertz. In terrestrial microwave communication, antennas are mounted on the tower. This is the antenna. Characteristics: it has a more frequency range, and frequency range may be 4 to 6 gigahertz to 21 to 23 gigahertz. Bandwidth, it supports 1 to 10 megabits per second bandwidth, so it has a higher bandwidth. Short distance, if you are using microwave communication in short distance, then that is expensive. If you are using for long distance, that may be expensive, but it gives a fruitful results. So it is expensive as it required a higher tower for a longer distance. Okay, attenuous means loss of signals, so it affects from the weather, environmental conditions and antenna size. Advantages, we have to installation without cabling, so that is the cost of cable may be reduced, free from acquisitions, and there is no installation of cabling. Microwave transmission provides easy communication and pass your data, so that is the advantages. Disadvantages, eavesdropping, that means between the communication there may be a chance to break your signals. Heavy rain, heavy sunlight, heavy wind, that may be difficult, that may be arise a problem to communicate your signals. Out of phase signals, a signal can move from one phase to by one phase out of phase, right? Another one, microwave transmission, we have another type, and that is the satellite communication. In satellite communication, we have one sender and one receiver. So we have to establish the sending device as well as receiving device, send workstation and receiving workstation on the earth. Physical objects that revolves around the earth. Okay, on the earth's surface, the satellite may be travel from one place to another place, so that is the main advantage. In figure, here there is a satellite that can be transmit the data to travel vehicles, aeroplane, on sea wages. That is a satellite base station. From this they are transmitting your data, that is a sender, and another one that is receiving your data. These all are receiving the data. Communicate with any point on the globe by using satellite communication. On the earth we can communicate anywhere, that is the benefit of satellite. How does satellite work? Satellites accept the signal that is transmitted from the earth base station like this, and it amplifies the signals to the satellite. The amplified signal is retransmitted to another earth station. What are the advantages? It has a more coverage area and transmission cost is very less. It can be traverse, it can be pass your data, mobile and wireless communication. We are using satellite broadcast, TV channels, mobile communication are the examples of satellite microwave. That is somewhat difficult to design and develop satellite communication for each and every person and community. Also, that is also expensive in terms of monitoring as well as maintaining. Another drawback of satellite is it has a life of 12 to 15 years. Due to these reasons, general purpose of communication is not using the satellite. Next one, and that is infrared. I have one diagram here. Sun, it has that is the source of light. Okay, it has multiple types: invisible light, and visible light. There are some types or categories of invisible light. This gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, visible light, it has 7 colors. And visible light also uses infrared, microwave, radio waves and lasers. We discussed today that is the infrared. So it has two types of infrared, far infrared as well as near infrared. Infrared is an electromagnetic radiation with longer wavelength. So we can use infrared to pass our signal from source to destination with multiple waves. The range of infrared IR, in short we can also say IR, frequency range approximate 430 terahertz down to 300 gigahertz. So we can say that is more used to communicate between two devices. These are in very less distance, like our TV remote. It is used for short range of communications such as data transfer between two cell phones, TV remote operations, data transfer between computer and cell phones, like this. Okay, and that is used in closed area. Okay, because it has more difficulty to travel with a very environmental area. It has a high bandwidth. Infrared has a high bandwidth, but it cannot be penetrate the walls. It cannot traverse from one room to another room because there was a solid surface. Better security with minimum interfaces. We can provide a better security and unreliable outside the building. And last one, we have another one, that is laser lights. In this kind of transmitting our data, so laser light, it uses light amplification by simulated emissions of radiations. See here, that is a very simple light beam. Using this laser light we can traverse our data from here. Laser is a device that emits light through a process of optical amplification based on the simulated emissions of electromagnetic radiations. See clearly, using this laser we can traverse our data, that is invisible light during the transmission. Direct human eye cannot watch the laser light. Okay, that is used in DVD players, laser printers, barcode scanner. We are using these laser lights. Optical signaling can be obtained by laser light. Visual light communication, VLC, it uses laser light to communicate your devices. VLC refers to data communication using visible spectrum surface of the light. It uses infrared, visible, ultraviolet light, etc. And what are the devices used in laser light? Fluorescent lamps or LEDs. There are photodiodes that can be emitted glow with the help of energy. So that is a basic mechanism how your photodiodes will emit it. So these are the medium using we can traverse our data. Students, in this we discuss about medium, transmission medium. Using this medium we can pass our data. Now you can make a prototype using this medium. See here, like this laser light, you can pass your song from one laser light to another laser light, and that is played using your mobile device. there are some prototype you can use to understand this communication. Okay, I hope you understand the physical medium, transmission medium, and in next lecture we discuss about multiplexing and demultiplexing techniques. Thank you.